Exercise 3A, O Levels Maths, D1, 7th edition. We shall try to cover question number 4, all parts. This is question number 4, which we have to solve. The question is, complete the table for each circle. Circle, now we are dealing with circles. One thing we must keep in mind, whenever there are circular shapes involved, pi is introduced. Pi is equal to 22/7, or we can also use 3.14 for pi. Pi is introduced because we cannot measure circular things with regular rulers or straight things. Whatever we are going to use to measure the circular things, there is a chance of error. So pi is introduced. So pi is introduced for circular things. There are, if it's a circle, one must think this is the center with which we draw the circle. We must keep this in mind, that the length from this point to this point is called the radius. It is called radius. All these lines which are joining the middle point and touching the circular end are radius. Middle, the line starting from the middle and touching the circle, these are all radius. The second thing is, we can draw these. This is radius, this is radius. All these lines which are starting from the circular center of the circle and touching the outer boundary of the circle are radius. Then there is diameter. If there is a circle, this is the central point. A line starting from this point, passing through the center and touching the other. The point it should pass through the center. It's not like that I can draw a line, this is radius. No, this is not radius. The line starting from here and touching the other side, it's not radius, it's not diameter. Diameter, because it is not passing through the center of the circle. All the lines which will pass through the center of the circle and reach the other side of the circle are diameters. This is diameter, this is diameter, this is diameter, and so on. So diameter is twice the size of a radius. Now you can understand, radius starts from the middle and touches one side. Diameter is double. So if radius is given, we can find out the diameter by multiplying it with 2. Second is circumference. Third is circumference. Circumference is the outer length of a circle. Whatever is whatever the length of this circular region is, it is called circumference, and the formula for it is 2 pi r. We have to memorize the formulas. Then its area of a circle is equal to, area means the inner, the entire area, and our area is always square, it is 2 pi r square. You have to memorize these two formulas for circumference and for area. So we will do part 1 first. In part 1, they have given us radius, they have not given us diameter, and they have told us to find diameter, circumference, and area. It is very simple. Radius is given, radius is 10, then diameter is 2r, multiply it with r, so 2 into 10 is 20, so diameter is 20. So circumference always write the formulas. 2 pi r, 2 pi r, 2, write down for pi, write down 3.14. You can also write 22/7. It's all up to you, or whatever is mentioned in the question. I prefer 3.14. Now radius is 10. So when you will multiply it, you will get the result here. What you will do, 2 into 3.14 into 10 is equal to 62.8. So your circumference is 62.8. Now find out the area of a circle. The formula is pi r square. Write down. Pi is 3.14. You can write r, either you can write 10 whole square, or you can write 3.14 into 10 into 10. When you will multiply, you will get the required answer, which is 314 centimeter square. Area is always square. So I have filled in the required answer. Now in point 2, we have given diameter. We have to find out radius, circumference and area. So I will write down diameter is given. Diameter is equal to 3.6 meter. It's very easy to find the radius if we know the diameter. What we have to do, radius is half of the diameter. So we will divide 3.6 by 2 and we will get the radius. If you will do the calculation, you will get 1.8 meter. So this is radius. Now we have radius. Now we can find out circumference. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Put in the value of pi, which is 3.14. Write down the value of radius, which is 1.8, and solve it, and what you get is your circumference, which is 11.304304, or at the end they have written it to one place of decimal. So 11.1 place of decimal is to this extent. The next letter number is 0, so it will not change it, and I can write 11.3 meters. Now area we have to write down the formula for area of a circle, which is pi r square. Pi is 3.14. R is, we have already taken out, 1.8 into 1.8. When we will solve it, we will get the result required answer, which is 10.1736. They have rounded it off to one place of decimal. We will do it to the one place of decimal is this. As we know that the next number is more than 5, so we will add 1 to this number. 10.2 meter square is our area. I have filled in the table for part B. Now we are going to do part C. Here they have not given us diameter or radius or area. They have given us circumference, and this circumference is of a circle. Always keep this in mind. Whatever quantity they have given, write down the formula for that. We didn't have a formula for radius, we didn't have a formula for diameter, but we do have the formula for circumference and area. Here they have given us circumference. So what I am going to do, I am going to write down circumference is equivalent to 2 pi r. Now I am going to fill in the values. Now I know the value of, they have given me circumference, so I will write down 176 underneath circumference, 2 here. I know the value of pi, which is 3.14, and I do not know the value of r. Here in this equation there is only one unknown, which is r, so I can take out the value of r. So it is advisable to swap it. It is advisable to bring the variable to the left side, that is 2 into 3.14 into r is equal to 176. Now I don't require, I just have to find the value of r. I don't require these here. Either multiply them. 2 into 3.5 2 into 3.14 is equal to 2 into 3.14 is equal to 6.28 6.28 r is equal to 176. I don't require this here, so I will bring it over here. Here it is multiplying with r, so it will divide here 6.28. So I will divide 176 divided by 6.28, which is equivalent to, which is r is equal to, which is equivalent to 28.025477, and so on. In the answer they have rounded it off, and as there is 0 after decimal, so they have disregarded all this and just written 28 over here. So radius is 28 millimeter. If you can also do if you will do it to one place of decimal, it will hardly make any difference to one place of decimal, as there is 2. 0 will not change. 0 will not change because there is 2, so they have written 28 over here. Now as we got our radius, we can get the diameter. We will multiply radius with 2 and we will get our diameter, which will be 56 millimeter. Now we got the circumference. They have told us we got the radius, so we will find the area. So area is equal to pi r square. Pi is 3.14, r is 28 into 28. When we will multiply it, the result will be 24461.76 millimeter square. At the end the answer is 2460. I think there is some kind of a mistake over there, because we can't get, I'm not getting the answer 2460. I have tried it so many times. Now I have filled in the values for question number for part C. Now part D, area is given and the rest of the values we have to find out. Now area does have a formula, so whatever is given here, the circumference was given, we wrote down circumference and its formula. Now area is given, so I will write down the area of circle. Area, because we are dealing with circles, so area is equal to pi r square. Now they have given me the value of area. I do not know radius, so I will write down the area 616 here. I know the value of pi, which is 3.14, and r squared. Now there is only one unknown, r, in this equation, so I will find the value of r from this. Here I will take the variable to the left hand side by swapping the equation. Swapping does not change the signs. LHS and RHS are interchanged. Now I just need r here, so r square, it will go to a RHS. Here it is multiplying, here it will divide. So when I will divide it, 616 with 616 divided by 3.14 So I get 196.178. So r square is equal to 196.178. Now whenever I need to know the value of r square is not at all in my scheme. So whenever there is such case, when there is a squared variable and you have to find the value of r, you have to write down taking square root on both sides. So what you do, r square is put it under a root, and 196.178 also under the root. Here the square will be crossed out by this under root. So, and for this we will, r is equal to, on calculator you can find the value of 196.178, put it under root, and you will get 14.0063. as there are so many 2 zeros after, round it off, just you will get 14 as your radius. One thing more, whenever there are under roots, we use plus and minus signs with the quantity we get. Here we are not using minus signs because lengths are never in negatives. Lengths or areas or circumferences are never negative. So we have not used this plus minus sign. So this is radius. We can get the diameter by multiplying radius with 2 and we get 28. So our radius is 24. Our area, now we have to find out the circumference. Circumference is 2 pi r. 2 into 3.14, and we know the radius, which is 14. We solve it and we get the answer 87.92. So they have rounded it off in the end. This 9, as it is bigger than 5, they have made it 88 millimeters. So this is your answer.